So in this video I'm going to talk about I'm going to solve 10th standard social science question paper Karnataka about 2022. So the first main that is MCQ. Here you have to answer 8 questions. Each question carries 1 mark, so 8 marks you'll get. So first question they asked is, the sea route between India and Europe was discovered by Columbus, Vasco da Gama, Almeida, Albuquerque. So the sea route between India and Europe was discovered by Vasco da Gama. So option B is correct answer. You will get 1 marks. The movement led by Ali brothers was non-cooperation, khilaf, khilafat, civil disobedience, quit India. So the movement led by Ali brothers was khilafat. Option B. So you will get another 1 marks. Next is third question they asked is the policy of keeping safe distance from both the power blocks of the word is known as non-alignment, anti-apartheid, anti-imperialism, disarmament. So the policy of keeping safe distance from both the power blocks of the word is known as non-alignment. Option A, so you'll get 1 marks. Next is best example for labor without pay among the following is nurse, housewife, teacher, police. So the answer is housewife. Option C is the correct answer. You get 1 marks. Next question they asked is a periodical started by Dr. Ambedkar was Kesari, Muka, Mukanayaka, Maratha, Bombay Samachar. So the periodical started by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar was Mukanayaka. Option B is the correct answer. Next is sixth question they asked is the Nagarjuna Sagar Wildlife Sanctuary is located in the state Karnataka, Kerala, Uttar Pradesh, Telangana. So the Nagarjuna Sagar Wildlife Sanctuary is located in the state Telangana. Option D is the correct answer. You will get 1 marks. Next is they asked is the constitutional amendment that brought into existence the 3 levels of panchayat institution is 24th, 42nd, 73rd or 92nd. So the constitution amendment that brought into the existence the 3 levels of panchayat institution is 73rd amendment. Next, eighth one they have asked is the type of bank account where any number of transactions can be made in a day is savings bank account, current bank account, recurring deposit account, term deposit account. So in current bank account you can make in any type of transaction in a day, how much also transaction you can do. So option B is correct answer. Next, second main, here you have to answer 8 questions. Each question carries 1 marks. It is answer the following, you will get 8 marks. The first 9th question they asked is, why did Wellesley return to his post and return to England? So Wellesley's battle thirstiness increased the financial burden on the company. So that's why he resigned to his post and he returned to England. Next question, 10th. Who was the first president of India? So Dr. Babu Rajendra Prasad was the first president of India. Next, 11th question they asked is, when do we celebrate the Human Rights Day every year? So on December 10th, we celebrate Human Rights Day every year is the answer. Next, 12th question they asked is, what is mob? So people temporarily gathered around a common interest without any prior plan is called as mob. Next, 13th question they asked is, where does the Eastern Ghats and Western Ghats meet? So the Eastern Ghats and Western Ghats meet at Nilgiri Hills. Next, 14th question they asked is which type of forest are found in the river deltas? So mangrove forest are found in the river deltas. Next, 15th one, what is national income? So total value of all goods and services produced in a country in a year is called as national income. Next, who is the founder of Wipro Technology? So Azim Premji is the founder of Wipro Technology. Next, third main they asked is here 8 question you have to answer, 2 marks each question, you will get 16 marks. Next, 17th question they asked is uh, what were the result of Battle of Buxar? So Diwani rights over Bengal to the British has happened. Shah Alam II gave away rights over Bengal for 6 lakh. The Nawab of Awadh paid a fine of rupees 50 lakh. Company paid pension to Mr. Company paid pension to Mir Jafar's son. Next, 18th question they asked is what were the conditions of subsidiary alliance? The conditions of subsidiary alliance were British Army in Indian Kingdom. Expenses and wages of army belong to the concerned state. Appointment of president and could not appoint other Europeans. Any agreement pact needed Governor General's permission. Internal external protection by the company. So these are the points you have to write. Points of marks you will get it. So 2 marks you will get. Which are the Panchashil principles or explain the struggle of India for the implementation of human rights? So the Panchashil principles is respect to sovereignty, non-invasion of each other, non-interference in internal issues, mutual cooperation, and peaceful coexistence. The or question they asked is uh, struggle of India for the implementation of human right. So fundamental rights in the Constitution of India advocated human rights implementation in UNO, National Commission for Human Rights for Scheduled Caste, Scheduled Tribes, National Women's Commission, backward classes, similar state commissions. So these are the answer you have to write. 4 points off of marks, 2 marks you'll get. Next, list out the challenges faced by unorganized sector workers, or you have to write name any 4 environmental movements. So the challenges faced by unorganized sector workers are migration, social security, legal framework, child labor, physical or mental exploitation. And 4 environmental movements are Jharkhand Mukti Morcha, Chipko movement, Apiko movement, Narmada Bachao movement, and Silent Valley movement. Next is which are the important climatic seasons of India? So winter, summer, rainy, and retreating monsoon. So these are the important climatic seasons of India. Next is what are the causes for soil erosion? So deforestation, overgrazing, shifting cultivation, faulty methods of cultivation, use of topsoil are the causes of soil erosion. Next, mention the housing programs. So Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, Ambedkar Valmiki Yojana and Ashraya Yojana are the housing programs. Next, what are the objectives of Consumer Protection Act? The objectives are safety, avoiding protection, preventing malpractice in the market, quality weights measures, and compensating the consumers and consumer education are the objectives of Consumer Protection Act. Next is answer the following questions for 6 sentences, that is 3 marks each question. 9 question you have to answer, you will get 27 marks. Then the first question is what were the impacts of British education in India? So impacts are nationalistic ideals, impetus to local literature, languages, periodicals, social religious reformation, fresh thinking, influence of the freedom struggle across the globe, appreciation to the rich cultural tradition. These are the impacts of British education in India. Next is what are the aims of Arya Samaj, or what were the problems faced by India at the time of independence. So the aims of Arya Samaj are belief in one God, rejected rejected caste system, encouraged to intercaste marriages, rejected polygamy, child marriage, men-women equality, and steady preaching of Vedas. So 6 points you have to write. Half marks each point. You will get 3 marks. And our question they asked is problems faced by India at the time of independence. So communal violence, integration of princely state, instability of commerce, industry, trade, creating constitution, new government, neighboring enemies, gender, caste discrimination, refugees. These are the problems faced by India at the time of independence. Next is what are the reasons for the failure of the first war of Indian independence? So the reasons are it did not cover whole India, issues of the rights of kings and queens, not planned, and disunity among soldiers, lacked direction, leadership, lacked discipline, organizational skills, lacked military strategies, lacked definite aim, Indian kings loyal to the British. These are the points you have to write. 6 points if you write, you will get 3 marks. Explain the relationship of India and Russia. So cordial relationship opposed China's invasion, Goa liberation, Tashkent agreement, agreement of 20 years of peace and cooperation, steel plant at Bhilai and Bokaro, and improvement in industries, technology, and supported India quest for permanent membership in UN Security Council. These are the points you have to write. Next, write the legal measurement to eradicate untouchability in India. The legal measurement or prohibition of untouchability, Article 17, Untouchability Offence Act 1955, Protection of Civil Act 1976, Right to Vote, Equality, and reservation in education, employment, and eradication of untouchability, reservation in politics, and entry into public temples. Next, 30th question they asked is, what are the factors that influence the localization of industry, or they was list out the effects of cyclone. So the factors that influence the localization of industry are raw material, power, transport, marketing, communication, and capital, labor, water, and climate. Or effects of cyclone are loss of life, property loss, damage to buildings, damage to transport and communication, disrupts power supply, destroys crops, destroys vegetation, and destroys cerebral life. Next is the first question they asked is, what is the importance of transport? And explain. So transport it develop resources, agricultural development, industrial progress, widens market, increased trade and employment, raised income, standard of living, encourage tourism, and helps defense. These are the importance of transport. Next point of various dimensions of gender discrimination privilege in present day in India, or we can also write explain the features of Panchayat Raj system adopted in India. So point of various dimension of gender discrimination that is in present day. Sex ratio, literacy, workplace, lower wages, not free to spend their income, not many are seen in better, malnourishment, heavy workload, female feticide, politically neglected. Or another answer is three-tier structure, direct or periodic elections, reservations, budget, audit, financial, executive, strict procedure for dissolution and elections. Another question they have given is, what are the functions of bank, or they asked what are the entrepreneurs' role in the economic development. The functions of bank are accepting deposit, loans, money transfer, collecting checks for drafts, discounts of bills, safe deposit lockers, foreign exchange, uh, and safe custody of valuables, letters of credit and guarantee, government transactions. And or the second is entrepreneur's role in economic development is capital formation, employment, increase GDP, market development, improvement of standard of living, development of industry, promotes export, or the uh, role of entrepreneur in the economic development. Fifth main, you have to answer 4 questions, 4 marks. You'll get 16 marks. Sorry. 34th question is, how did the British or explain the role of radicals in the Indian independence movement? So, Dondia Wag, he built army, captured Bidanur, Shivamogga forts, unsuccessfully attempted to capture Chitradurga. Wellesley tried to check the rebellions. British attacked on Shivamogga, Honnalli, Harihara. Capture of Shikaripura, Dondia's flight to Guttis, attack on Gutti by Nizam. Dondia flight to Maratha region, continued his war in spite of defeats to Marathas. Encouraged by Padegars, French extended support. British army followed Dondia, uh, sh- capture of Shirahatti. Followers of Dondia were killed. British attacked from all directions. Was caught between Maratha and Nizam army. British attacked him near Yellaparavi and killed Dondia at Konagal. Capture armies and ammunitions by British. Or they have asked the role of radicals in Indian independence. Um, call the moderates as political beggars, opposed the stance of British, opposed partition of Bengal, Raksha Bandhan, Swadeshi movement, and encouragement of use of local goods. Tilak declares Swaraj is my birthright and I shall have it. Complete freedom was the aim. Organized people. These are the thing you have to write. 8 points you have to write of point each point half marks, you will get 4 marks. Next, what is the role of Subhash Chandra Bose in freedom struggle? So, decisive step, refused posting and participating in freedom struggle, popularly known as Netaji, encouraged in organizing India from outside India, toured many countries, Congress Socialist Party, Haripura Convention, and quit Congress, forward bloc, opposed British for war preparation, arrest by British, reached Germany. Hitler agreed to extend help, organized Indian war prisoners in Germany, joined the Bose, called for Delhi Chalo, give my blood, I will give you freedom, and planned to attack India through Rangoon. And Ferenc battle between British Indian Bose. Bose died in an aeroplane crash. So 8 point you have to write. Half marks each point, you will get 4 marks. Next is, which measures are taken to improve status of women in India? So, Women and Child Development Department, Women Education, Child Marriage Prohibition Act, Dowry Prohibition Act, Compulsory Education, Stree Shakti, Association, Self-Help Groups, Women Commission, Political, Local Bodies, etc. List out the types of agriculture followed in India: subsistence, shifting and sedentary, intensive commercial, mixed plantation, dry humid irrigation. These are the types of agriculture followed in India. And finally, 5 marks. You have to draw India map. One question 38. You have to draw India map and mention the places they have named. Okay. Or alternative question is visual improvise. Our question is mention the main aims of multipurpose river valley project. The main aim is irrigation, flood control, hydroelectricity, prevent soil erosion, and inland waterways, fishing, recreation, water for domestic, reclaim land for agriculture, and forestation. These are the main aims of the multipurpose river valley project. So okay friends, so I will see you in the next video explaining some other question paper, solving some other question paper. So okay friends, if you think this video was helpful to you, give a like and also comment on which topic video you want in my next video. So I will see you in my next video. Please share this video with your friends so that it will be helpful to your friends also. So okay friends, see you in my next video. Till then, take care, have a nice day, bye.